right, guys, listen up. It's Coach Evan Macklin back here again, and I got 7 effective, easy sales tips for you to increase your sales in any industry. Listen, these are tips that are going to be easy for you to implement and execute and take action on right away. So I want you to lean forward, I want you to pay attention, and I want you to take notes and find a couple of them right now that you can take back, and it's going to increase your sales. If you've ever been at your business, your store, your dealership, whatever the heck you're selling, if you've ever been there for 10, 12, 14 hours a day and looked up at the board and you got nothing to show for it, it's probably because you're missing one critical area that I'm about to go over right now. Let's go. All right, guys, listen up. These tips are going to change your life in sales. Sales becomes super fun when you're winning. But what happens when you're losing? Man, it's hard on your mindset. Everybody on the other end of this camera, all you want to do is be good. That's why you follow the Macklin Twins. That's why you're learning and growing with us every day. So you're doing the right things consistently to win. Now I'm going to show you a couple of little tips that you can use that are just going to skyrocket your sales. And it might just be one little enhancement, not a full transformation, that's going to change the way that you sell. And if it changes the way you sell and you start winning, you start to become more magnetic. Your mindset's more on fire, you're more in progress, and now all of a sudden one of those little enhancements has you like the top of the freaking board, you're the most confident you've ever been, you're having the most fun, and ultimately that's what we're all doing this for, right? But you're gonna have to really learn quickly, which means on this video, when you find a couple of the things that you know you're not doing, you take them and you take action on them fast. I want you to write this word down before we get into the tips. I want you to write down consistency is key. Consistency is key, okay? So the number one tip that I'm gonna give you right now is this: ask for referrals. Referrals. We all talk about it. It's always one of the most sexiest things that's thrown around, but how do you do it? Right? And how do you get some of the bigger clients that are going to lead to the mini clients? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Every day, let's make it a commitment between us. You're going to ask for 1 referral a day. That's it. We don't need some dynamic, crazy referral strategy where we're going to ask 3 to 5 clients on every single purchase. Just slow down for a second. If you just ask for 1 referral a day and you work 250 days out of the year, that's 250 referrals. You think you can close half of those? Yes. Referrals are 75% more likely to freaking close than a fresh up or a fresh deal that just comes right off the phone, right? Because their guard's already broken down. So the referrals are the key to the business. The salespeople that I see that win the most, referrals are probably the biggest generator of revenue that they have. You got to understand that. So if you're missing out on this and referrals aren't constantly coming back to you and your business, there could be a couple of mistakes that you're making, and we're going to talk about them throughout this video. But the number one thing I want you to focus on is first just asking for it. Closed mouths, they don't get fed. So you're going to call people every single day, and you're going to ask them. And by the way, leverage your network. So anybody that you've sold to before, and by the way, you should, if you're following us, you should be doing really good follow-up with your clients. Hey guys, it's the Macklin Twins. Let's go. You can join our free training where you're going to see thousands of 1%ers just like you in our community, training on personal development, sales, mindset, and greatness. Yes. Join us. It's free. Click the link in the description. Elliott Training Academy. We'll see you on the inside. Let's go, baby. Click the link. The millions that you're looking for is in the follow-up that you're probably not doing. So if you're doing the follow-up, you should have no problem calling a customer and just talking to them like a human being with love, with energy, with kindness, and just saying, hey, Steve, man, I enjoyed selling you a car a couple of weeks ago. Just wanted to give you a call real quick. How's the vehicle going for you? Nice, man. How's the wife enjoying it? The kids, are they enjoying it? Good. They haven't messed up anything yet. They ain't been spilling stuff in the car yet. No? Good. All right. Hey, real quick, man. I just wanted to ask you for a quick, if you could do something for me. And by the way, I'll do anything for you if there's anything that you need, right? I was just wondering, is there anybody that I could call? Like one person that I could call that you know that might be looking for a new car within the next 90 days. Anybody. A new solar panel within the next 90 days. A new insurance policy within the next 90 days. Do you know anybody? Man, I love doing business with you, so if I could get a couple more people that are just like you, that are friends with you, that would help me grow. And this isn't just a job for me. This is my life. This is my career. And I want to be able to serve other people just like I served you at the highest level. You feel me? He's gonna be like, yeah, man, cool. You see how I talk though? Like you gotta say it like that. You can't just be like, hey, can I get a referral? Yeah, I helped you. Yeah, it's my turn now. No, bro, you have to still talk with familiarity. If he remembers that how you made him feel throughout the sale and he gets on the phone with you again and you're interesting and you're exciting and you bring some freaking energy to the conversation, he's gonna give you a person. Now, the most critical thing that you tell him is this. Listen, by the way, I'm not gonna call this person and just pitch them. I'm just gonna call them and make a friend with them. If you could just shoot them a text, before I give them a call, just let them know who I am, what I do. That would be awesome, man. That'd be like a warm introduction. And by the way, I'm not gonna try to sell them. I'm just gonna talk to them about what I do, just like I did with you. If you ever needs a friend in the car business, the solar business, the insurance business, whatever it is, look, I'll be their friend. Does that make sense? Cool. Now we've got the intro, so that's good. If you want to take it to great, these clients that you're over-delivering with, write that word down, over-delivering with. My ambition, I should say, in my heart, is for my clients to believe that I'm the best at what I do. You need to have that ambition. Now, if you really delivered, you could say something like, hey, Tim, do you mind putting us in a group chat and introducing us, right? Do you mind putting us in a group chat, Tim, and introducing us, man? And listen, guys, if you are great, Tim's probably already put you in a group chat with a couple of his friends because you've probably planted the seeds and you've done such a good job that they can't wait to introduce their friends to you. Now, if you're in a group chat, man, that's gonna knock down some more of the doors. You can joke around in the group chat. Right when you get done sending a couple messages back and forth, you've made your introduction, Tim's made the introduction with you. Now you get on the phone and call them right away. You call them right away, you set an appointment, and you figure out if you can be a solution to their problem, and then you sell them something. Very simple. Now, if you wanted to go be unstoppable, I want you to write this down. The one that leads to the many. And you guys gotta realize, somebody like me who runs a team or somebody who has a team, those people are the gatekeeper to all of their employees, all of their team members. If I endorse somebody's product or service, my team is very likely to go buy that product or service. So when you're selling and you realize that you have a hospital sales marketing director, that's a very big person. That's a prominent person that you need to over-deliver with. Now, on that end, if it's a sales and marketing person, your sales better be really good because if you can impress them, man, they're gonna love you. And salespeople just wanna be sold, and they wanna be sold by good people. So I'm gonna give you an example of one that led to the many with me and my brother. We had a client that bought a car with us. As I was doing her credit app, I noticed that she was the sales and marketing director for a hospital that had hundreds of employees. At that moment in time, I've got a choice. Right? I've got a choice to either ask for a referral or try to get around all of her people all at once. You got to use your mind. You got to get creative. This is your business. Some of you guys are playing on the sidelines, like playing small, when you could get in the game and go talk to more people and start selling one to many. That was one of the critical keys when I was asking for referrals on how to get more people and more clients. So as I'm talking to this lady, I just asked her, I'm like, hey, when's your next sales meeting? Do you give meetings like we give on Fridays and Saturdays? She said, yes, I give one every Saturday. I said, do you mind if I bring some Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets down and give them to your team members and just talk to them about what I do? She's like, Evan, for you, anything. This is the best experience I've ever had in buying a car. So I went down there and I just started talking to people. It led to a few car deals. Those car deals led to more car deals. As everything was all said and done, after a couple of years of asking for referrals and working my way through that hospital network, I sold 30 plus cars to that hospital. Dude, everybody in the hospital had a freaking car from the Twins. Why? Because I leveraged my network and the one led to the many, and asking for referrals was part of my DNA. So, adjust your strategy right now, okay? Write it down, take action. Just pick up the phone and call somebody. There's no easier sell than a referral. But some of you guys, for some reason, there's like a mental block and you're reluctant to ask for it. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta step up the love for yourself and what you do. And if you believe that you over-delivered for that client, it should be super simple to ask for somebody that might be interested in the product or service that they just bought. It's not that hard, okay? So do that. Number 2, amateur salespeople, they're never going to do this. So this will be the great separator from you and everybody else. I'm just telling you. And by the way, the world, it's 98% of them are amateurs, man. So it's never been easier to win. But also, like, when I tell you this, you have to have a good heart and be willing to want to, like, be this person. And I know our followers want to be this. So check this out. Number 2, onboard and offboard of your clients. You got to onboard them and offboard them correctly. So the first impressions matter. Just think of it when you went to go get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that. Right instantly, they know if you're somebody that they see a further relationship with. There's somebody that they're like, oh, whoa, 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 that guy's a creep or that girl's a creep, right? Like, you know, first impressions truly matter. So in my first impressions, there's a couple of ways that I take tactical advantage over situations, right? And I want to be able to wow them. You know, my goal with my clients is I want to wow them several times throughout the sales process so they realize that, like, dude, I am way better than anybody they've met. Now, guys, just so you know, most of your clients, if not 90% of them, have shopped somewhere else, or they've called somewhere else, or they've been in a store somewhere else earlier in that day or at some point in their journey. So you have to understand, if you do this, you will look different. If you want different results, you got to do different shit. If you do different so here's what you do. First impression. Okay, right when you walk up to somebody, do you have a good handshake? Do you have a good greeting? Have you practiced your greeting over and over and over again? You've got to do this. Like, listen, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, anybody that you've looked up to that's done anything legendary, they practice the mechanics of their sport over and over and over and over and over and over and over again since they were little kids all the way up to they were adults. For some reason, some people can't even get the handshake right. Get the handshake right. Get the greeting down. Build your perfect greeting, and then when you welcome them into your business, if they have kids, if it's just them, it doesn't matter. You need to onboard them just like this. Number 1, you need to be able to offer them something. So when I had people come into my store, after I did my greeting with them, I said, guys, I want to be able to serve you at the highest level. Why don't we come over here? I'm going to ask you some questions. Before we head out onto the lot, we have 300-400 cars out there. I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about your needs and wants, so that way I can better serve you and guide you to the right vehicle. And before we do that, do you mind if I get you some coffee or some water? Do you mind? If they say no, I say, man, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you were at my house, my wife would feed you no matter what. Even if you said no, she would figure out a way to get you some food. So whether you say no or not, I'll get you a freaking empty cup. It doesn't matter, but I got to give you something. Give them something. Like, give. Listen, it's like a little bank account. You got to deposit into something before you start withdrawing out of it. Pretty soon in the sale, we're going to be asking for something. So why don't we start the sale off by giving some stuff? If they have kids, I would have a little treasure chest right by my desk that I invested in myself, and I'd have some little cars, I'd have some coloring books, I'd have an iPad, and I'd give it to the children. By the way, I've written the kids' names down, I've written the wife's name down, I've written the husband's name down. How many of us have gone to our prospects throughout the presentation and we've forgotten their names? Oh, it's the most embarrassing thing. It literally makes my skin crawl because I've done it so many times. But when I decided to go pro, I wrote their names down. When they would come in, immediately I'd take the kids over to the treasure chest. I'd get the family some water. Now I've onboarded them correctly. Now they're prepared to deal with a pro. On the other end of that, if you're taking a prospect and you're setting an appointment over the phone, you should onboard them also. Now, onboarding can be with good energy. Onboarding can be with a good smile. It can be with a hug. It can be just being a good person, but then having some things that make the customer experience elevated. You got to elevate that customer experience. That's an experience. There's customer service like having good energy, good tone, good voice, but elevate the experience. When I'm on the phone with a client, I'm going to ask them like, hey, listen, are you going to be coming down with your wife, with your kids? Who are you going to be with? Who's going to be involved in the sale? Okay, they're going to be coming down with you. Good, it's going to be about 5 o'clock at night. You guys got to be hungry. Do you mind? There's a Chick-fil-A across the street. I'm going to get you guys some food. What would you guys like? Okay, there's a Starbucks around the corner. Let me get you guys some drinks when you come in. Then I'm there and I'm handing them the drinks. You guys want every appointment to show? Okay, what I would do is take a picture of that drink at 5 p.m. Like I did at 4:45 p.m., 4:30, and I'm sending it to them. Can't wait to see you. And then when they get there, I hand them the drinks. I get their kids the coloring books. I sit down with them. Now we've built some reciprocity. Now walls are down, their guard's down, they're relaxed, they're loving you. Now we've got a chance to build some rapport, create an alliance with the customer, and they're starting to trust and believe that they've got the right person. Sales is all about belief. If they believe that they got the right person, if they believe that they got the expert, they will do business with you. So think about it right now in your sales process. Does it have a really good onboarding experience from the time they pick up the phone to the time they enter to your business, from when they walk through the doors? What does that look like? I had a customer too. I'll give you a little story. One of my favorite customers, man. He's just so coachable. He's a winner. His name is Austin. Gives me a call. We talk about a $25,000 package. He mentions over the phone that he has 2 kids, and he mentions their name, and he mentions his wife's name. I listened. The second he mentioned those things after we got off the phone, I didn't close him on the one call. I gave him my proposal. I attempted to close him. But after we got off the phone, and I do this with a lot of my customers, I send them a lot of DoorDash. What I did was I jumped right on DoorDash. I sent him crumble cookie for his entire family. You know, and then he sent me a video of his kids opening up the crumble cookie and being like, oh my goodness, right? You know what he said right after that? They better like those cookies, because those are $25,000 cookies. That's a trial close. That's him telling me that we just locked up the deal. Why? Because I was different than any other coach. And I assured him, I said, listen, when you do business with me, I promise you it's going to be unlike anything that you've ever done. Right? It's going to be an experience unlike anything. I'm going to deliver. I know you've been around a lot of coaching consultants and everything. I was calling my shot. And I said, but watch what happens when you do business with me. That's how I hung up the phone. An hour and a half later, he gets food at his door. His kids are fired up. They're talking about it. He sends me a video. Guys, you see how you can become a true pro? And by the way, that just made me feel good. I love telling that story, and I've got hundreds of those. You need to start to get those stories, because what that'll do is start to build a relationship with yourself that you are better than the competition, so you deserve to make more money than the competition. Once you build this relationship with yourself that you do better than everybody else, when you start selling, you're gonna have more conviction. You're gonna be like, dude, there's no reason you gotta think about it. Like, I'm the dude, I'm that guy. And you'll have that internal belief because you deliver at a higher level. Now, offboarding a client. Offboarding is so important. Imagine a client spends 2 hours with you at your business, and then they go through finance, they do this, they do that, they got to talk to a sales manager, all this stuff happens, right? But they bought the car from you. What do you do to make them remember that last 5 to 10 minutes? Human beings will remember that last 5 to 10 minutes. While they're in finance, you should be writing them a handwritten card. A handwritten card, man. You should have a little gift bag. You can literally, Tommy Propovich, one of our top salespeople here at the Elliott Group, who coached with me for 3 years, he would go to, when I told him this tip, he became the #1 salesperson in Florida and in Arizona. Okay? He would go to the dollar store and figure out a couple of little things that he could build, him and Sierra, and they'd build 50 gift bags for the week. 50 of them. They'd have gift cards in there, all kinds of little things, and then he'd put his handwritten card in there, and he'd even film it on the way to giving it to his client. And he'd post it on social media, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, they remember that moment. How do you offboard these people? Got to figure out something creative where you're giving them something, where you're showing them that you're different. Man, I love that bag. I love the gift card that he put in there, and a couple of the little personal items that were nice, right? And I love the handwritten card. That doesn't cost you much money. It just costs you a little time and a little thinking. If they're in finance, and I know they're great parents, I'm going to write something about that means something to them. Man, I saw the way that you were with your kids. You're freaking awesome. I come from a single mother household. The fact that you're a couple and you guys are doing this together, and you guys are, like, I just see the respect that your kids have for you. Amazing parents. Just wanted to tell you congrats on the new vehicle. Boom. I hand that to them. Guys, I look different. I'm not interested in competing with everybody. I'm interested in dominating with everybody. If I do that, it's going to lead to the next sale, which I'm going to talk about later in this video. But you got to do it. If you do it, it's going to lead to results that you have never had yet before, because you've never been truly transformational. The rest is transactional. This is transformational. Okay, number 3, prioritize your well-being. It's so crazy in sales for several years. Nobody really ever talked to me too much about working out, taking care of myself, and what that would do for my mindset. I want you to write this down. Mindset matters. In sales, mindset is 95% of the game, but it's the most least talked about thing on the planet. Okay, we have to prioritize our well-being. We have to start out our day with some energy-building activities. Okay, that means working out, getting your body moving, walking to the freaking stop sign. I don't care what it is, getting some vitamin D, something to get your mind moving, and then learning something like you are on this video on your way to work. Something like you don't need to be listening to rap music and all this stuff that it's just garbage going in your mind, and what goes in your mind comes out of your mouth. Be putting the good stuff in your mind, the good stuff in your body. It's not just about having six-pack and being fired up. What it is about being in love with yourself. When you see yourself in the mirror, you're like, man, I'm proud of me. Why? Because I've been keeping my word to myself. So it doesn't matter where you're starting right now. It just matters, are you going towards the person that you want to become? That to me is called being incongruent with your future self. When you're in congruency with your future self, you're happy, you're in progress, and you're not negative. Salespeople have to be solution oriented and not negative and not focused on the negative, which means like when customers hit you with objections, if you fall to a lower state and you're like, oh, but that happens all the time. See, your mindset is dog shit. My mindset is top notch because I've been working on myself and I'm like, hey, no big deal, man. Like, and I'm focused on the positive because I'm working out this mental factory upstairs that's always spinning, right? So you got to learn to get that in control. What are you putting in your mind? What are you putting in your body? How are you starting off your day? If you're just rolling out of bed, drinking coffee right away, watching the news, that literally makes me, that just gave me anxiety. Like the thought of even doing that should scare you because all that's going to do is put you in a fear mindset and like they're just selling you on some bullshit. You need to wake up, drink some water, get a good workout in, get your day flowing, get into gratitude, get your vision correct for the day. Great salespeople, they can visualize the day. They can visualize the sale. It's just like a sports athlete that can visualize the knockout or the touchdown pass. You got to get yourself in a frame of mind where you're ready to go, you're positive, you're fired up, you're excited. Number 4, exclusive events. This is one of my favorite ones now, but it was one of my most challenging ones in my younger 20s. It was hosting events for my clients. Honestly, I was never really a good networker. I was actually not really a good small talker, and I really didn't enjoy it. It was like my introverted side where it was like, I just wanted to put on a good show worth paying for on the lot, and then I wanted to like not see the customer again. What I learned once I got into my 30s was developing events where my clients could come together and learn something together, and I could put on some type of gathering for them. What would happen is they would develop relationships together, and they would form bonds, and if they formed bonds, they were clients of mine for life. What I learned at those events too was I would invite prospective clients to some of these events. And then my clients that have been with me for a long time would end up closing and talking to these clients about some of the things that I do best. So if you have prospective clients, invite them to what you do. I'll give you 2 examples. One example was in the car business. Every single month, I would invite all my clients back in to go over all the vehicle features again with all my clients. So I'd have a car sitting on the service drive, we'd have Subway, and I'd talk to the clients and I'd do a live presentation. Very nerve-wracking for me. I did not like to speak in front of people. But I'd have 10, 15 people show up, I would talk to them, and I would do these little events, and it made me a better salesperson. It also made me better at doing a walk around and a demo for a customer because I could do it in front of 15 people. I ended up winning a walk around championship from Nissan because I got so good at doing those. Then they put me on camera and it was easy. Literally flowed like water. So it was simple. So you might find something that you can do to do that. On the other side of it, now with Andy Elliott in the Elliott group, we do events down here every single month, big time sales seminars. You should be here. We do couples retreats. We do all kinds of cool stuff. We have 400 or 500 people that come out here every single month to learn from us. Okay, I'll have 60 or 70 clients that are flying out to see me. What I do is the day before the event, I host a big pool party and barbecue to get all of them together. Then they get to meet each other. They're talking to each other. I have higher level packages and higher level clients in private coaching groups. A lot of those clients are there and they're talking to some of my clients who are just getting started and just maybe buying a ticket and kind of getting used to our culture. What they tell them at those events is like, man, the transformation that the Twins have been able to show me over the last couple of years has changed my life. It's done this in my business. It's done this in my relationships. They do the selling for me. I don't even need to sell, man. I just show up in my swim trunks, you know, my Skechers, because I'm on the freaking barbecue grill, man. Listen, if somebody wears Skechers or New Balances and they're cooking, they're legit. That's what I wear. So I'm cooking and they're talking, they're selling. Next thing you know, I walk out of there and I got 3 or 4 deals. Like, people are like, hey, I heard from Kyle that he's doing this. I want to do that. Guys, put your best clients in an event where they can create the community. Community is the most important thing, especially if you're going to do higher level sales or you really are thinking higher level. Start to build this community. All right, guys, number 5 is posting and testimonials. You gotta get some testimonials and you gotta get them out there for the public to see. Listen, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, a video's worth 1,000,000. Start to get your clients, especially while they're hot and they've just done business with you, have a process that you can ask them for a testimonial, or while they're right there with you. Here's how you can ask them for a testimonial when they're right there with you. And you wanna load their lip a little bit. You're gonna say, hey, Mr. Customer, can I ask you a question? Did I do really good with you today? Did you really enjoy being down here with me? Get them to say yes a couple of times, because what you're about to ask them to do might be a little out of their comfort zone. So I'd say, okay, Jonan, real quick, did you like doing business with me? Did we have fun today? Did you get the car of your dreams? Yeah, man, we're so excited. Man, I love you. Evan, you're the freaking best. You're the #1 twin, man. I can't believe I got you over Ian. Freaking love you. And then I'd say, great. I want to do something real quick with you. If you could just do this, it would mean the world to me. This isn't just a business. This is my career. I freaking love doing this. I want to just get a quick testimonial from you. Would you be okay with that? They're gonna say yeah, because they probably think it's written. And I'm gonna say, great, I wanna actually do it on video. And I'm just gonna ask you 3 things. Was it fun? Was it transparent? And was it easy to do business with me? Was it fun? Was it transparent? Was it easy to do business with me? I'm gonna ask them that, so then when I talk to them, they're not trying to think about some magnificent testimonial, because the camera makes people nervous, okay? So I was like, okay, great. Once she says yes, once Jonan says yes, I'm gonna be like, great. I pull out my camera. Do you gotta have courage to do this? Yeah. Do you wanna make more money? Yeah. Is it gonna take new freaking habits and like a new commitment? Yes. Pull the camera out. Jonan, I got Jonan down here, man. I'm so fired up to have my new little buddy, Jonan. Come here, Jonan. Get over here, man. Look, guys, I got Jonan. Jonan just bought his new vehicle from me, and I just wanted to ask you a couple of quick questions, Jonan. By the way, are you fired up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Jonan, was it transparent, fun, and easy to do business with me?
Yeah, 100%.
Tell him what you like the most about doing business with us.
Dude, he was super charismatic. I love the way that he approached me. He treated me like family, and it was overall a great experience. I loved it.
Yeah, man. Great, dude. Jonan, you're the best, man. I just want to tell you thank you so much. Would you refer me to any of your friends and family?
100%. I'm referring you to everybody.
Let's go, Jonan. All right, guys. Thank you, man. If you need anything, just go on ahead and text me 480-280-7703. If you need anything, I got your back for life. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. See ya. Thanks, Jonan. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom. I send that testimonial out. I say text me in the testimonial video, because people don't typically call, but they will text. Now I got some content going out there. Guys, content is king. Get some testimonials from your clients. If you can't get them to get on video, post a picture with every single client and tag them in the picture. You'll rent their audience. What that means, if you post them and you tag them, now it shows up on their page. You don't need more money, guys. You need more people. Once you have more people, you will have more money. That's why social media is so critical. That's why content is king. Number 6, real life case studies, man. Nothing speaks to your clients more than them seeing other people and how they've won in your program. Imagine if you're a fitness coach and you're sitting down with a client and you're talking to them about the results that they're gonna have in the fitness plan, but you can pull up Tony Gray's photo of him losing 120 pounds and him more on fire with his clients, or more on fire with his family, more on fire at work, and you can show that. That's amazing. If you can show case studies over a period of time, what all of your clients have done, and you can go back and look at the research on how people have won with you, it's so freaking powerful to provide that stats and that data. So just think about it for a second. Can you show some real life case studies that will impact the client? A lot of the times, I mean, guys, it could be something as simple as just being confident in the fact that if somebody walks in and they've got bad credit, instead of you judging them and them freaking out and them being all nervous, like just sitting down and making them understand that you're the bad credit specialist and giving them a couple of ideas and painting a couple pictures on how you've helped people in a similar scenario to them, right? That'll make them feel special. That'll make them feel like they've got the right person. That'll make them feel like you can solve that problem. So provide some of those things, like be able to show them, right? Like those things are gonna be something that will push people further along in the sale. All right, my last tip is number 7 is give the client options. So many people, they just give one option and they're just like, hey, here's what it is, kind of take it or leave it. And there's no way for them to build value in the option. You have to give them options and allow them to upsell themselves into a higher option or to be able to value that first standard option. So what I like to do is I like to have a basic option and a premium option. So I'm gonna give you an example. If I was selling coaching to you on the other end of this and you wanted to be the most badass salesperson in the world, you'd be on our ETA. That's our Elliott Training Academy. It's in the description below. It's $299 a month. So if you got into there and we were on the phone and I was talking to you and you're like, Evan, I'm great at learning digital. I wanna be on the ETA. I'd say, great, man. It's $299 a month. I've done a discovery. I've done the whole sales process. I'm going to present numbers. And then you talk to me about you wanting to come down and get around us and actually learn for an entire weekend down here with our team, with us, work out with us, go through a full sales seminar, work on your mindset, work on your leadership, the whole 9 yards. I tell you, the general ticket's $997. What I would do is I would give the basic option at the $299 and the $997, which equals the $1296. But then what I would also do is give this client a chance to upgrade into the premium. And I would make that known for them. I'd say, hey, by the way, if you want to go to the big dog VIP section, from the general section, it's $1497. If you want to pay for a year of your ETA up front, we'll subtract 2 months off of that. It's $2,990. It saves you $600. Plus, you can get into the VIP section at the seminar downstairs, at the Master Closer seminar. You can be in the VIP section. The VIP section is where a lot of the bigger connections are made. And life's all about the connections. So if you want to be in the VIP section, upgrade for the $500, you can jump into that for $4,487. Which option works best for you? And let them decide. So many salespeople or business owners, they give the clients one option, and it's usually the basic and cheaper option, and they never put an option on the table for the client to spend more money. Put an option out there for them to spend more money. Give them a premium option and deliver it with freaking confidence. Deliver it with confidence, deliver it with conviction, have fun throughout the sales process. If you follow those 7 tips that I just gave you, it would be impossible for you to not increase your sales. I want you to go back through, watch this video again. Hey, send it to somebody else who needs it. Maybe somebody on your team who's struggling in sales. If there's anything else that we can do for you, let me know. Let's go kill it. Deliver it with confidence. Deliver it with conviction when you go for the higher price deal. Whoops. Deliver it with confidence. Deliver it with conviction and have fun. For God's sakes, have fun while you're selling. Bring some enthusiasm. And if you need anything, we're always going to be right here for you. We believe in you. Go be the best salesperson you possibly be. It's all about just getting 1% better every day. Let's go kill it. All right, guys, you're the true 1%ers. You made it to the end of the video. Let's go. Like, comment so we know who you are down below, and then share this video to somebody else who needs it. And also turn your notifications on because we got the fire coming every single day. Amazing. We'll see you at the next video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.